pictured lace and white picket scenes, not rent past due, and busted dreams. Thought love would be a steady hand, not a wave I had to learn to stand. I traded Paris for a rusted truck and learned to live on a little luck. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's built on prayers and overtime. I've cried in kitchens and laughed in storms, held my babies when the nights got warm. It's not the picture I once drew in my mind. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. He walked out when times got tight, left me with bills and a porch light. But I stitched my pride with a coffee spoon and danced alone in the living room. I've made peace with a crooked line, found joy in simple signs. But this ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. Worn out boots and secondhand shine. I love the scars and stood up tall. Learned you don't need much to have it all. It ain't perfect, but it's by design. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. Maybe the dreams change when the road gets long, but I've grown roots and I've grown strong. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's every fall and every climb. It's the sunrise after a sleepless night. It's finding wrong still leads to right. No regrets, just a slower shine. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. She grew up where the gravel meets the corn, one gas station and a Friday night barn. Daddy fixed trucks, Mama prayed real loud, but her heart was always chasing clouds. She'd stare out past the county line, saying there's more to me than neon signs. She had dreams bigger than this town, where the streets end and the stars come down. In a notebook she drew her wings, mapped a life full of wild things. But folks said, girl, just settle down. But she had dreams bigger than this. She packed her hope in her denim coat, left behind love and a goodbye note. The diner job, the high school flame, all stayed back with a hometown name. She hit the road unsure and brave, with none but the song she gave. She had dreams bigger than this town, She had dreams bigger than this town, and she wears them, though the miles and men have made her high. She still sees stars in small town skies. They told her dreams don't stick around, but she proved them wrong. Dreams are wrong. Bigger than this town.
Where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin, she carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name, the place I go when I'm alone, is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn, while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church in the sky, and I was hers without a why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone, I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam. Back when her name was home. She smelled like cornfields after rain, wore her granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name. The place I go when I'm alone is back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn, while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. Whoa. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church and sky, and I was hers without a why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, and this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone. I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam back when her name was home.
I used to hear it whisper low, from back roads, dust to radio, a song that told me who to be, lit up like stars in Tennessee. But now it's quiet in my chest, and I don't chase like all the rest. That dream don't call my name no more, a voice I barely reckoned for. Once it burned just like a flame, now it flickers without a name. I gave it years, I gave it soul, but it don't fit me like before. There's peace in learning when to fold. Not every Hey, just something new. I'm still me, just not her too. Some dreams fade, believe a light to help you rest your wings at night. That dream don't call my name no more, and I ain't waiting like before. Guess I've learned what dreams are for. To find yourself, then close that door. She's gone now, but I ain't sore. That dream don't call my name no more. Daddy said this land don't give. You take your licks and learn to live. He handed me a pair of worn out boots. Said they'll carry weight if you walk them true. That red clay road taught me pain and pride, where sweat and storms go side by side. I fell face first, but I rose again. That's how a boy becomes a man. Out here where boots learn to stand, where you earn your worth, dirt on your head, where prayers rise up with the morning dew, and your word meets more blood than made you grand. This is where boots learn to stand. Mama held the house like a gospel song, kept the lights on even when days feel wrong. Taught me grace don't come from ease, it's in the fight down on your knees. I've seen love and loss, joy and scars underneath these same old stars, and I still walk this rugged land with fire and heart and boots that stand. Boots learn to stand, with calloused hands, where fences roots stay deep and promises are the ones you keep. It ain't a throne, but it's still great. This is where boots learn to stand. Now my boy's out there with a shovel and grin, kicking dust like I once did. I just smile, tip my old straw hat, 'cause I know exactly where he's at. Out here where boots are learned to stand, where boys grow up to be honest men, where storms blow hard but hearts hold true, and home is built in what you do. It's more than land, it's who I am. This is where boots learn. Learn to stand. Woke up to the hum of a rundown fan, cracks in the ceiling and calloused hands. Thought by now I'd wear a satin dress, not yesterday's shirt from this kind of stress. Life don't follow a dotted line, it curves through dust and borrowed time. Woke up Now I chase kids and unpaid lights. Still there's peace in this coffee cup, even when the world gives up. I've made a home in what's gone wrong, singing my truth in a working woman song. Woke up far from the life I planned. The grace don't come in a woman's song. Woke up far from the life I planned. The grace don't come in a wedding band. I've loved and lost and loved again. Made best friends out of paper and pen. No map could have drawn this land, but it's mine with all its sand. Maybe the plan was never mine to write. Maybe the beauty's in the fight. Woke up from the life I planned. Learned to dance on shifting sand. And though I cried where I should have shined, the strength in walking that crooked line. I've made a song with these calloused hands. Woke up for that I understand.
He used to lay down around 10 o'clock. Now he's chasing rhymes in a coffee shop. That 9 to 5, it dulled his flame. So he packed his life and changed his name. A rusted truck, a flannel coat, a notebook full of half-sung notes. No more quiet nights or easy dreams. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the moon's his only clock. Neon signs are where he talks. His prayers are sung, not softly spoken, through callous hands and chords unbroken. He gave up rest for something true, a melody he had to pursue. He don't count sheep or chase routines. He traded sleep for 6 strings. His friends all say, man, come back home. But he's married now to worn out tones. The world don't pay a voice like his, but he still plays for what it is. The motel lights, the lonely miles, a crowd of 10, a waitress smile. We don't need much, just room to sing. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the stage is his own bed, with verses echoing in his head. He ain't rich, but he's alive. In every note he survives. Quiet hurts, but music clings. Traded sleep for 6 strings. Some folks dream with their eyes closed. He dreams wide open on the road. Truth is love, songs don't lie, and that's the reason why he traded sleep for 6 strings and gave his soul to what it brings. Through lonely bars and worn out frets, he sings for things he won't forget. And if he never earns a thing, he still wouldn't trade those 6 strings.
Got a 6 string with more miles to shine, and boots that'll dance through borrowed time. The bars got smaller, the crowds got thin, but I still feel the fire kicking in. A fully grown rough from whiskey and years, but I still dream when the silence clears. Just one more shot at that big old stage, a crowd that don't mind my weathered age. Lights so bright they drown the doubt, where the songs I wrote get sung and loud. I ain't asking for fortune or fame, just one more night they remember my name. I played for tips in the neon glow, slept in trucks when the money got low, but every mile taught me to believe there's still something left up my sleeve. I ain't young, but I ain't done. Still got stories under the sun. Just one more shot at that big old stage, to sing my truth, not just my age. A crowd that feels each chord I've strung and hums along when the tears come. No encore, oh, no spotlight, oh, just one more ride before the road. Maybe they won't cheer, maybe they will, but I'll play my song. 'Cause chasing dreams ain't just for the young. Some songs take years to be sung. So give me one more shot at that big old stage, one last verse, one final page. Let 'em hear this old heart loud and clear, still beating strong after all these years. If it's the last time, I'll make it count. One more shot, and I'll lay it down. I was raised on rust kind. But I've got out of time, burning kind. Trouble in a bottle in a free man's mind. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder, with the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was born to roam with whiskey and wild horses. I'm always gone. Met a girl down Amarillo way. She said, boy, your soul's gonna drift someday. I smiled and tipped my weathered hat. Said, darling, I already know that. She kissed me soft, said, you're the one. But I was chasing dreams before the dawn. I was chased before the dawn. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder, with the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was born to roam with whiskey and wild horses. I'm always gone. Maybe someday I'll lay it all down, hang my hat in some slow town. But tonight I ride, I drink, I sing to the fire in my blood and the freedom it brings. Whiskey and wild horses, they call my name through the desert dust and the outlaw rain. I ain't looking back, I ain't settling down. Just a shadow in the dark on the edge of town. With whiskey and wild horses, I'll never be found. Oh. She sang into a broken brush in a bedroom lit by neon hush. Cheap perfume, a thrift store gown, dancing like she owned that crown. To the mirror she took her bow, the only crowd she'd ever wow. That stage was only real in her mind, where the lights shine bright and the stars aligned. She played her heart to a silent room, wrote big dreams on a worn out tune. The world passed by, too deaf, too blind. That stage was only real in her mind. She pinned up hopes with paper clips and prayed between her waitress shifts. The jukebox played someone else's song while her own kept waiting all along. But she kept singing soft and true to the dream that never quite came through. That stage was only real in her mind, where applause was hers and the words all rhymed. She chased the light no one could see in a world that never let her be the star she held. but she lit it up with every line. Though no crowd rose to call her name, she sang like fire just the same. And somewhere in her heart's design, that stage was real, if only in her mind. I left that town with a heavy heart. One last look before the engine starts. A goodbye note on a diner plate, and a sky that never looked so gray. The house was sold, the ties were burned. Sometimes the only way's not to return. Now there's nothing left but the dream and the road. An old guitar and a song I wrote. Reviews full of cut-ins, but the highway don't ask where you've been. I lost the girl, the job, the love, but I still got the dream in the road. Motels blur into to every town. Neon flickers and hopes break down. When the chords feel like home again, I remember why I chose the wind. Each mile's a verse, each side's a prayer, and I keep moving, 'cause I still care. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. A six-string voice still knows the nights get cold, the gas runs thin, but I won't fold, I won't give in. I ain't got much to call my own, just this dream. A piece of me in a chorus clear, and all this driving won't feel so lost if these leaves were worth the cost. There's nothing left but the dream and the road. I have to hope in every show. No matter where the good things go, but I still chase them through the glow. Can't turn back, can't unknow. It's just me. This dream and the road. She wakes before the sun each day and ties her hair and kneels to pray. Worn out boots by the kitchen door. She's got miles to walk and build hills to pour. The world don't hand her anything don't ask for diamond rings. She's living on hope and cheap coffee. Dreams poured hot in a diner seat. She hums old songs on her break at noon, wipes her hands on her rag, sings out of tune. Life ain't easy, but she still believes there's more to her than what the mirror sees. Tips in jars and aching feet. Another shift, another week. But kindness clings to her like lace, in every tight line on her face. She stitched her faith into this town, still standing when the world knocks her down. She's living on hope and cheap coffee, sunset prayers in a booth for three. She don't need gold or fancy lights, just a roof and a quiet night. She's running on empty, but somehow she flies, all on broken dreams and clear blue skies. She's more than what the paycheck shows. Grace in a world that never slows. She's living on hope and cheap, cheap coffee, and faith that one day she'll be free. Maybe not written, maybe not known, but she built her strength all on her own. She's got a soul too strong to break her back. She's living on hope, and she gets back.
Sunrise creeping through the window pane. Same old boots, same coffee stain. She ties her hair, grabs her keys, heads out chasing stubborn dreams. Folks say she ought to slow it down, but she's got fire that won't burn out. One day closer to never giving up, still holding on when the road gets rough. She's got scars, but she's got grace. Every mile put still in her faith. She ain't there yet, but she's strong enough. One day closer to never giving up. There were nights she almost quit, tears falling in a diner shift, but prayers whispered in bathroom stalls turned into dreams that still stand tall. She don't need applause or luck, just grit, a truck, and a little bit of trust. One day closer to never giving up. Through the silence and the push and shove, she walks alone but walks real proud, head held high in a weary crowd.
sin wearing yesterday's song. Mascara trails where hope's gone wrong. A notebook waits by her glass of rye. With words she never learned to cry. Jukebox haunts some old cliche, but her story ain't found its final page. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream. Neon shadows where the lost still sing. One verse of truth, two lines of pain. Chasing grace in a smoky refrain. She ain't sure what the ending means. Just a bar stool and a half-written dream. She tried Nashville, left with scars, burned through nights and borrowed cars. Every open mic felt like a war, till her voice didn't know war, until her voice didn't shake no more. Now she rides between the teens, a melody only silence hears. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream, in a tavern full of could-have-beens. Each chorus feels like coming clean, like whiskey burning through old sin. She's still chasing what might have been, on a bar stool with a half-written dream. Maybe someday she'll finish that song, or maybe the trying is right all along. It's a bar stool and a half-written dream. Heartbreak inked in line 18. Not every story needs to be told. Some are just songs to let go. And as long as that melody leads, she'll sit with her half-written dream. She came to town with a suitcase heart, a notebook full of country charts, sang in bars till 2 a.m. for tips and hopes and old regrets. She chased the stars, she paid her dues, but dreams don't always pay the rent. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found peace in smaller wins. A quiet porch, steady flame, a simple love, not chasing fame. She let go of neon signs for morning light and homemade wine. Yeah, that's where the dream
begins. The song she wrote now love her child. No crowd, no stage, just something wild. A baby's laugh, a warm embrace, a gentle hand, a slower pace. She still hums and melody, but sings it now in harmony. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found joy in deeper things. Not sold out shows or highway lines, but quiet nights and homemade rhymes. She traded highs that don't stay long for roots that hold her growing strong. That's where the dream ends and life begins. Sometimes goodbye ain't letting go, it's choosing what you need to grow. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found herself again within. Not the life she dreamed at 22, but one that's steady, real, and true. She still smiles at what could have been, but she's right where life begins. She tuned her strings in a quiet room. Neon flickered like a broken tune. The stage was dark, the crowd moved on, but she still carried every song. No spotlight left to chase her name, just melodies that feel the same. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play, dreams in a suitcase packed halfway. Words still whisper through the dust, but silence took what she could trust. She sings to the wind night after day, She left her hometown at 17 with a guitar case and faded jeans. Chased a voice on the radio, said, "Girl, come run before you grow." That neon promise burned like June. Said not yet, but real soon. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Under cheap lights and a silver moon. She sings to ghosts in empty chairs with lipstick, hope, and braided prayers. Time don't lie, but hope don't move. Still waiting where the dream said soon. The coffee's cold, the rent's past due, but she won't leave that avenue. Each song she writes feels like goodbye, but she still plays and wonders why. No curtains raised, no breakthrough tune. Just echoes saying maybe soon. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Like a rose that won't stop blooming. The stars ain't close, but she believes in someday stitched into her sleeves. The night grows old, the sky stays blue. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Some dreams don't break, they bend and fade, but she keeps singing anyway. Still waiting where the dream said soon. One like one soul, one honest tune. She ain't famous, but she's true, and maybe that dream's waiting too. So she stays hard out of tune. Still waiting where the dream said soon. I pack my heart in a beat-up case. Left that porch without a trace. Chased a sky I couldn't name. Each mile blurred by hope and shame. I swore I'd find where I belong, but every sign just felt all wrong. If dreams were roads, I'd still be lost, burning fuel and counting cost. Took the long way out of town, but never found She wrote her truth in quiet lines by candle glow and borrowed time. A voice too soft for crowded bars, but every note held battle scars. The world was loud, she sang it low, and let her melody gently grow. She was a song the world wasn't ready for, too raw, too real to top the charts or hit the floor. No glitter shine, no radio war, just heartbeats written into chords. She was a song the world wasn't ready for. She never chased the neon stage, just poured her soul onto the page. And in that worn out notebook spine lived verses lost before their time. The crowds moved fast, they missed her grace, but heaven slowed to hear her face. She was a song the world wasn't ready for, too tender for the fight, too strong to ignore. She didn't fade, she just withdrew. Some songs are meant for skies more blue. She was a song the world wasn't ready for. Maybe someday they'll hum her too, under quiet stars or a silver